welcome to another book haul. I have 3 books to show you today, so I'm just going to crack on. So the first book I picked up today is All the Truth That's in Me by, I dropped the book, by Julie Berry. And this says, after 2 years missing, Judith returns home, her tongue cut out, her best friend dead. No one knows what has happened and Judith cannot speak of it. All she could do is silently pour out her feelings to the boy who has owned her heart for as long as she can remember, Lucas. In a voice filled with hurt, yearning, hope and love, this is Judy's story. This sounds really interesting, and I much prefer this cover to the US cover. The US hardcover is like a girl on the front with like a slash through it. I really, really like this cover. I think it's beautiful. And the spine is orange, which is always a bonus, coloured spines. Yeah, and it's not very many pages actually. Including the epilogue, it's 266 pages, which is not a lot. And the writing is quite large. So yeah, that's the first one. The second book I picked up today is Nightmares, hardcover. And this is by Jason Seagull and Kirsten Miller. And this cover is amazing. I think this is nicer than the US hardcover as well. I think it's beautiful. And it is a middle grade. But I thought, you know, with Halloween, like all 3 of these are like spooky-ish reads. So I thought with Halloween coming up, I felt like a little bit of a spookier read. So I picked up Nightmares, and it's a middle grade. It says, the witch smiled, and Charlie could see the rotten nubs of her teeth. Oh, I think we both know that I'm not your worst nightmare. There's another nightmare out there that scares you much more than I do, isn't there, Charlie? Charlie's whole body went numb. The other one was never to be mentioned out loud. The other one was 1,000,000 times more terrifying than the witch. Welcome to the world of nightmares. Sleeping has never been so scary, and now waking up is even worse. And I'll read you the synopsis in here. Charlie Laird has always been fascinated by the sinister purple mansion that overlooks Cypress Creek. Now he's moving in there with his dad, little brother and new wicked stepmother, who may or may not be a witch. It's not long before the mansion starts to have a strange effect on Charlie. His dreams turn to nightmares and they feel uncomfortably real. Most frightening of all, the nightmares have started to slip out of his dreams and into the waking world. They are threatening to take over, and only Charlie and his friends can stop them. Can they find the courage to face their deepest, darkest fears? Will they conquer the creatures of the night and save the day? Wow, so this sounds really interesting actually. And I just realised Jason Seagull is the guy he's done voices for the Muppets and Despicable Me. And other things, I can't remember what other things Jason Seagull's done. But yeah, he's actually a voice artist. And this has a really nice spine, I think. A bit shiny, I don't know what's going on with the glare. And I just noticed... Oh, that's really cool. The design of this book's beautiful. I just noticed that it has headed chapters, which I love. I love named headed chapters. And it has pictures. How beautiful is that? And on every page, where the page number is at the top, there's a little spider dangling down. So, you know, it's kind of like a proper creepy read. But yeah, so that's Nightmares. And the last book I picked up today, I found in a charity shop for £2. £2, and it's hardcover. And it's The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. Now, I've heard a lot about this book. That says not every gift is a blessing. It's a tiny bit beaten up, which is why I suppose it was £2, but for £2 from the original $12.99, I'm not really that bothered. And I've heard a lot about this, especially from Benjamin of Tomes, Ben from Benjamin of Tomes. So it said, every morning, Melanie waits in her cell to be collected for class. When they come for her, Sergeant Parks keeps his gun pointing at her, while 2 of his people strap her into the wheelchair. She thinks they don't like her. She jokes that she won't bite, but they don't laugh. Melanie is a very special girl. Ooh. Emotionally charged and gripping from beginning to end, The Girl with All the Gifts is the most powerful and affecting thriller you will read this year. I think it sounds really good, and I like the spine. It's plain black, but it's like big letters and it's gold. That's really nice, really nice. Now, yeah. So, these are the 3 books I picked up today. Let me know which ones you've read and what you thought of them, and whether you think they're any good or not.